Hello and happy middle of the week. My name is Michael Leeserman here with the Trial Guide's Tip of the Day. The date is April 9th, 2025, and our tip today comes from Rick Friedman's book, Polarizing the Case, Exposing and Defeating the Malingering Myth. Ask questions that reveal the hope and optimism of the plaintiff. I am going to get better. I am going to work again. The jurors may not agree, but they will admire the fight in your client. Hope. Hope is essential. We must show hope in our cases, even when that's very difficult to find. As a matter of fact, I'm giving a Trial Guides webinar today. It's a free webinar, so you can sign up if you're getting this early enough in the day. It's 3 p.m. Eastern time, co-teaching it with Joshua Carton and Jay Rinson Wyke. And this is part of what we're talking about, is the idea of hope. So what Rick Friedman's talking about here is, I would like to say common sense, although I think it really goes against the grain of what many plaintiffs' lawyers think. They think they need to show that their client is up against insurmountable odds, and they might be, or that this is the worst thing that ever happened in their life, and it may very well have been, and that it's hopeless. And that's almost never true, even in the most significant of cases. A client who is a quadriplegic, who has every right to complain, and heaven knows I would never want to be in their situation. And yet, we can find in their story some optimism, some cause for hope, some way in which money might make their life better, some way in which they hope, despite what they've gone through, that they have a connection with somebody, that they could do something productive, that they can laugh and feel, whatever it is, you get the idea. In death cases, right, what is the hope? The hope might be that the loved one, the deceased's memory lives on, that their death wasn't for naught, that it wasn't in vain, that maybe some good can come from it, depending on the facts of the case and what happened. So there's always a way to look and say what I usually say, literally verbatim in closing arguments, is my client, I would never say my client, but Jane Smith has done everything she can to help herself, and now she needs your help. The jury needs to see that your client has worked hard to overcome and has some hope. Because if it's hopeless, then what's the jury's motivation to return a verdict? Right, so something to think about. Hope. It's very powerful at trial. So consider doing that. Consider checking out our webinar today, where we'll be talking about some of that if you have the time. Let's take a deep breath together and just be grateful to be alive this Wednesday. May the work that we do today help to reduce suffering in the world. May it help to repair the world. May we fiercely and compassionately advocate for our clients. May we understand that we can do both, be fierce and compassionate. May our actions today exemplify the law, exemplify the profession of lawyering at its highest ideals of truth and honor and integrity. I'm going to ring a bell 3 times now. As you hear these chimes, let them take you into a meditation practice, a prayer practice, or just let the sounds wash over you and remind you, it's Wednesday, wake up, go out, do good things, and have fun while you're doing it.